Welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today I have the Ryobi 1600 PSI power washer. Now this is their cheapest, lightest duty power washer. It's really not one to satisfy the go bigotry, but it's actually, I think that it's going to be enough to handle what I need to do and do it cheaply. Now there is a brushless version that's about $300. That's probably a lot nicer machine. Probably, you know, the brushless, it's a lot more efficient, about a third more. So this will waste some electricity, but no matter what, you're only going to get about 2 horsepower out of a 110 outlet. So if you need more power, you probably should go gas. Unless, of course, it's a 220 power washer. But at 110 volts, you're not going to get a whole lot anyway. So just to put a little bit of boost on the garden hose and get some cleaning done, I decided to go ahead, especially at $68. You really can't beat that for price, walking in, walking out, and you actually have something that'll boost the pressure in the garden hose. And I don't know if it would exactly be 1600 PSI. I really don't have a way to measure it, but basically what I'm going to do today is get my gutter out that needs cleaning. So I just pulled this off the house. Obviously that could use a good wash. I think if it does that, that'll be enough for me. Now I really like to do proper unboxings like in a nice climate controlled environment, but honestly, I'm right here on a trash can today. And the water's coming down already. It's kind of one of those blustery days, and I figured it'd be a great day to power wash. I didn't really want to get this Ryobi wet, but if I could keep it dry, then if other things get wet, well, everything's already wet anyway, so good day to power wash. I've had a lot nicer and more powerful power washers, and I do like the 4-stroke 5, 6, 7 horsepower 2, 3, 4 gallon per minute power washers, but a lot of home plumbing will not deliver 4 gallons per minute. If you fill up a bucket, it's going to be sucking it like a straw. So obviously you hook it up and you turn it on. Something like this, you don't want to leave it outside in the cold because it'll freeze. Well, here we have a wand. I could probably back up a little bit. So this is definitely a light duty unit. Looks like it comes with an attachment for, this is probably for sudsing if you wanted to do some soap. I usually don't do soap. So I was just interested in just boosting the pressure and getting this gutter cleaned. So pretty much there's the unit. For $68. That's not bad, and I have a lot of other Ryobi tools, so it's going to fit in nicely. Alright, so far so good. I got it all together. It's pretty easy. Just one connection here. One connection here. Push this in, press it in and twist, and it locks in. And then this is a quick connect here. I believe this is adjustable. I would keep my face away from this. Don't look down at it or turn it on or anything. I'll trust that everything's fine there. If not, I'll be looking from the side. But, I mean, moment of truth. I think I'm going to wait till I get water, because I just turned the water on. Okay, now I have water. Okay. So I can feel a little bit of a kick, but it's not like a gas one. It's going to be about half. The gas power washers are going to push a lot more. So this ends up being like sandblasting. You know, if you have one of those big garages, if you have a big garage with the big sandblaster you put over your shoulder and you know, you can blow the whole car away, yes, it's going to be better. Yes, it will be faster. But for 68 bucks, will this do this job? So far, it looks like it. So I think you could probably get cleaner with more power. It would really, I think, probably clean better, but it might blow away more wood or ruin more corners of the house or blow water in further. So more power is not always needed or wanted. You might have a larger power washer where you would possibly go half throttle. And you know, it's a pressure versus flow thing. And this is kind of medium pressure and very low flow. And some of the larger ones are pretty good flow and higher pressure. 4,000 PSI and 4 gallons per minute is pretty much high end. So at 1600, that's probably peak. I would say it's less than 1600 if you were to measure it. But you know, it's a pretty decent amount of power hydraulically. You could use this in science projects and all kinds of things. I don't know if I'm even on screen, but you know, I'm sure it would blow up something at 1600. Like if you put like a pop bottle on the end, I'm sure it would pop pretty loud. So for what it's doing, it's not too bad, especially for the price, $68. That's what I paid. Now I used to do some contracting and I had some really nice tools, but those purchases, they all weigh against profit, and you know, they come into play sometimes. And sometimes you don't get jobs unless you have nice tools, and sometimes you have nice tools and you don't get jobs, and the winters are tough. And as you can see, the winters come right now. You can see these leaves on the ground. So for 68 bucks, I'm pretty happy with this, to be honest with you. Now, am I going to go apply for government contracts with this $68 power washer? I do not think so. This is strictly homeowner model. It does seem to pulse, and I'm scared to put my face down by this, but it does seem to pulse a bit. Yeah, it's definitely, it's got a point that it's moving around as opposed to the fans. It ends up looking like a fan, but it's actually a stream that's moving very quickly, kind of like what you would use for flooring and decking. They actually have attachments you can buy on the nicer power washers. So this ends up being kind of neat, actually. You can see it start up. Now, a person really shouldn't have to say what I'm saying about this, really, but you do get the Geek Squad come out for the tools, and when they want to remind you that you're working with a low power homeowner model. Now I have seen some people tie together multiple Ryobi lawnmowers and other things, make mini bikes out of things. And if a person wanted to, they might be able to tie together 10 or 15 of these and make one heck of a beast of a power washer. But you'd have to have 15 extension cords, and it might end up getting a little bit messy. So honestly, for what this is and for what it's doing, it's actually purpose made pretty well for 110 outlet, small garden hose that most houses have, and then a decent amount of pressure to get a little bit of cleaning done. Just remember, Tim Allen never got in those pants. He had her on the set, but he never got in those pants, so think about it. It's kind of cool. It kind of buzzes. If you like airplanes or anything, it kind of has that sound to it. No, I'm not trying to make a defensive video here. I just wanted to put that out there. We've all been through the boom and bust, you know. So yeah, there it is. But I know what you're wondering, how does it work on the inner side of the gutter? Well, let's see. Now, to be fair, I know there is some frustration when you don't have enough power for the job you're doing. And then you got to add time. So there is that. And for those instances, I definitely recommend spending $1,200 or even renting a tool. A lot of times you can rent a tool for what I'm paying for this to own. You can rent a tool for 4 hours and do some Mondo power washing. I'm just having fun now. I don't want to turn the camera off. I think I can make this nozzle go into a spray. I don't know, it turns, but it doesn't seem to change. If I wanted to stream, I might have to buy another nozzle. So I'm going to go really quick to see what kind of pattern I get. There you can see the pattern. So, hey, graffiti. So I'm about 3 inches away, and I'm getting a cleaning swath of about 1.5 inches. So yeah, this is not going to make $60 an hour with. That's actually something I used to come up with, was hourly rate versus cost of product, and sometimes it was better to just get like duration home from Sherwin-Williams and just do 1 coat over the trim that's previously painted rather than doing 2 coats of something thinner, because the labor was less. So for tools like that, those are the equations you're gonna have to do for yourself. But from a homeowner standpoint, this is actually just tickling me to be able to do this job from the comfort. It's almost like virtual reality. You know, you're from the comfort of your armchair. You are, say, flying in the sky in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It has nothing to do with this, but in my life it does. It's very similar. You can do what you want to do from the comfort of your owned space. So there's still some dirt there. Not the best ever. Alright, well that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video demoing the 1600 PSI 1.2 gallon per minute Ryobi, not brushless, brushed power washer. Always remember you can shop at my eBay store, GB Hatchery. I hope you're safe and healthy, and I will see you in the next video.